Let all forgotten be forgot and all forgot's forgot. Yes, honey, we're gonna forget 2024. That bitch, it's time for 2025. And we about to celebrate here on the Homegirl Hotline.
Talk to me, I'll be your homegirl. Maybe need a friend or just somebody to say.
Let's talk about love and affection. You dealing with drugs and infections? Talk to me, you got my attention.
Homegirl Hotline.
Tell me what's been on your mind.
What's up, girl? Homegirl Hotline.
Yeah, my man, we'll be alright.
Homegirl Hotline. Welcome back to another episode of the Homegirl Hotline. And it is 2025, new year, new me, honey. I want to hear all about your guys' resolutions, what you plan on changing, what habits we're breaking this year, and how we're going to move forward into 2025 more delicious, more sexy, and more puta than ever. You feel me? Conchita, you excited for 2025?
Excited for 2025. I'm just trying to get through this week without having to slap the lady at the supermarket. Yes, so if we get there, then we can celebrate in February, okay?
Before we jump in, make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, honey. When those numbers build up, I'm able to give that to people so they give me money so I can keep creating this. So do your part and make sure you do the little likes and subscribes of it all for the titties. You feel me? Thank you, homegirl. Now, call the hotline at 888-51-HOMEGIRL. That's 888-51-HOMEGIRL. Who do we got on the line today, Conchita?
Uh-huh.
Salina, baby. ¿Cómo estás? Okay, I'm sorry. I only have 1 minute. My resolution for 2025 is I want to be fluent in Spanish. I feel like it's such an important thing for everyone to know, especially like white people. And I feel like I know words, but I don't know how to like conversate or conjugate verbs just yet. So my 2025 resolution is to learn Espanol.
Oh my God. Well, yes. Congratulations. Welcome to 2025. Mi gente, ¿cómo estás? Yes, vamos a hablar español. Now, mira, hay una persona que agarra un cameo from me. Bitch, I'm not fluent in Spanish any way whatsoever. So someone ordered a cameo from me and they wanted me to speak Spanish completely to their boyfriend who only speaks Spanish. And I was like, dang it. I'm a no hablo kid through and through, bitch. Like, my mom was learning English when I was trying to learn English, so I didn't really get the chance to learn Spanish. I understand it very well, but I don't speak it very well. And I remember in high school when I took Spanish class, well, the hardest part was learning all these conjugations and then how to use AI versus A and whatever. I was just like, girl, what the hell is going on here? It was so confusing because, like, my mom wasn't talking about conjugations with her sisters. You know what I mean? They were like, I was like, this is not, I don't understand how this is Spanish. It felt like white people Spanish in a way. You know what I mean? So like, I was very confused and I could not be bothered trying to learn Spanish in school. It just did not work for me. I learned how to say biblioteca. Like, why the do we all know how to say library in Spanish? It makes no sense to me. I wanted so bad to do a partnership with Duolingo so that I can get paid to learn Spanish. Cause I'm like, if I'm gonna learn it, I might as well do it in front of you guys and get paid for it. You know what I mean? Well, Duolingo got back to me, but then we never followed through. So Duolingo, hey girl, I wanna learn, quiero aprender cómo hablar español muy bien. Anyways, I was tired of waiting, so I kind of started doing Lingo on my own a little bit, and it's actually been really cute. But I think it could be hard for someone who doesn't speak any lick of Spanish at all. Because I'm familiar with it, it's easier for me to grasp, I feel, on the app. But like, there's so many ways to go out there and learn, right? Which is fantastic. Go get a handle and start it. But I always have been told that the best way to learn a new language is to go into the place that language is spoken and like learn from the people there. I know that's asking a lot. You can't just pick up your life and move to France to learn French, bitch. I wish, oui. But that's not the case here. So I get it. I really love that you're gonna learn it. So maybe once you learn how to speak Spanish fluently, you can come and teach me how to speak it fluently. I know, Conchita, don't look at me like that. She gets so mad that I don't know how to speak Spanish.
You are an embarrassment to our entire family line and our lineage and our heritage of life.
I know. Whatever. Jesus. Look, I don't think it's not a good thing, but I don't think it's a horrible thing, okay? Look, I am willing and open to learning. At the end of the day, I will want to say this as well. Just because I don't speak Spanish fluently doesn't make me any less Latina. So for anyone out there who's a hater who loves to what's the word? Gatekeep Latinness and Spanish. Like, shut the up, bitch. That's so weird. Someone explained it to me once that it's like high school spirit. Like, okay, we all go to the same high school, but you have more high school spirit than me, and you want to like shame me for it, bitch. We're in the same high school. Shut up. We're all Latino here. Shut up, bitch. Shut up, Conchita.
Pendeja.
Homegirl Hotline!
Uh-huh.
Hey girl, it's Bruno from Atlanta. I got a quick question. How do you build habits to get yourself out of that negative headspace that we all get into sometimes? Because sometimes I find myself getting there and it's hard to get out. And I know if I had better habits mentally, I would be able to do so. So how do you do that? Thank you.
Thank you, Bruno. Thank you, Bruno. Oh my God. Yes, baby. Habits. We all are learning how to break our habits all the time, every day. But Bruno specifically says he wants to know how to handle his mental habit that gets in the way. You know, and that's the thing too. It's like our physical creations in life, our actions come out of our thinking. This is how it works. You know, one time someone explained to me, your personality is made up of the way you think and the way you act. But the way you act is made of the way you think. So the way you think, the way I see the world, the way that I think that bitch hates me. I just have this feeling like every time I come around, she looks at me weird. Every time I'm in the studio, like she just calls me a pendeja. I think she hates me. So my actions will come about from my thinking. If I think she hates me, I'm not gonna invite her to my New Year's Eve party. You know what I mean? Like that's the action I'm going to take. So if your actions are these habits that you don't like, so say like, you know, we also form habits based off of anxiousness and because we don't know what to do with ourselves in a moment when we have thinking thoughts. So like, I like to I don't like it, but I bite my nails. That's like my little anxious habit. Some people pick at their teeth. Some people smack their lips. Some people do little habits like sniff their armpits, you know, when they get nervous. They do that because it was developed when they were little, whatever the case is, based off their thinking. They don't want to deal with their thinking, so it manifests itself in this way, right? But I want to break this habit. So how do we break this habit? First, there's breaking the physical habit, because I can relate this back to sobriety too, right? Like if you're drinking and you don't like drinking, well, maybe you're drinking because your thinking's a little, you know, you don't want to think, so you'll be drinking. You get it? You see the connection there? So you're trying to quit drinking. Once you quit drinking, how do you quit the thinking? The thinking is still gonna be there because you're just gonna create other habits in place for that thinking. Does this make sense? Are you on board with me? I know it's a lot of back and forth, but it's all related. You know what I mean? So if you want to quit drinking, we do this thing in a program that I'm in, my recovery program. It's called a 90-90, where you go to 90 meetings in 90 days, because you can break a habit in 90 days. That's the science. That's what people say out there. If you don't do something for 90 days, after the 90th day, it will no longer be a habit for you. You will not feel the need to want to do it anymore. So if you bite your nails for 90 days, you know, I see people put like nail polish on their nails to keep themselves from biting it. If you finger someone dirty, like that'll keep you from biting your nails, bitch, trust. And like, there's just different ways to deal with it. But for 90 days, if you can keep it up for 90 days, so what is that? January, February, March. If by March you stop the habit, you can kick it. That's what they say. But what happens is you're left with that thinking, right? So that thinking needs to be addressed. And you go get a therapist, you go psychiatrics, you go talk to your friend, you call the Homegirl Hotline and talk it out with me here so we can find some tools on how to work through that nasty thinking. So thank you, Bruno, for calling in. I understand how like, bitch, I have these bad habits, but sometimes the worst habit of all is thinking that you are not worthy, that you're less than, that you're this, that you're that. Your thinking will get in the way every time. It's that monkey on the back. Remember the monkey we talked about? Little monkey? Oh, Conchita, What are some bad habits you're trying to kick right now?
Ay, mija, bad habits? Well, let me tell you, sometimes I drink too much cafecito. And sometimes I steal all the good salsa at the family party before everyone even gets to have any. And then sometimes I say that I pray for you when really I take a nap. Pero nobody's perfect.
Yeah, you definitely aren't perfect.
Homegirl Hotline!
Oh, we have another call on the Homegirl Hotline.
Uh-huh.
My name is Vidal. I'm from Fullerton, California. And this New Year's, I'm trying to get this body on point. Not only for me and for my love, you know, like to really find people that I really want to meet. I'm over this. I quit.
Oh, don't be sorry. Do not be sorry at all. That is a very valid resolution. You know, people have that resolution. It's the most common one, right? I hear that gym memberships skyrocket during this time of year because everyone signs up because they're going to change their ways for the new year. And then they just have that membership that never gets used. Because, you know, people be buying these memberships at the beginning of the year, then they don't really follow through with the resolution. And the gym just keeps accruing this money and not giving me towels. Why don't you got towels at the gym? Like, hello, it's the least you can do. At least give me a little sweat towel, baby. What's going on here? I thought this was like expensive Instagram gym. Hello? Anyways, get that body together. Yes, honey. So as you know, I've lost about 100 pounds since last year. It took me an entire year to do it. No, not Ozempic. Everyone's like, Ozempic this. But even if Ozempic is your route, so what? Who cares? People get so mad about the Ozempic question. And also, we can stop asking people if they're on Ozempic because it's low-key a little rude. When you're like, oh, you're on Ozempic, and the way that you say it too, like it's none of your business what anyone's doing with their body. Period. People can do whatever they want with their body and you shouldn't have to question it. If you think someone looks good, be like, damn, you look good, mommy. But you don't have to be like, wow, you look so much better. Like that is so... You know how many times we were like, oh my God, you've lost weight. You look amazing. Like, yes, I love the compliment, but it also insinuates that like you thought I didn't look good before. Excuse me? Thank you. I know, but like you didn't have to say it. You know what I mean? So instead, just send me a dick pic. That's how you can show me that you appreciate my body. Send me a dick pic. It's my favorite thing. Conchita, don't look at me like that. Stop. I know. Anyways, however you decide to go about it, I will say, I was on Monjaro for a second. I wasn't Ozempic, bitch. I was on Monjaro and it did help me. But what it really did, because, you know, they're like, oh, it makes you not hungry and you don't eat. Yes and no. What it did for me, because I wasn't as hungry, when I felt the need to want to grab for food, it had me challenge my idea and my relationship to food, because I would want to munch and snack on something, but my body wasn't hungry or wanting it. So I had to ask myself, like, why do I want chips right now if my body doesn't need chips? My head felt like I needed chips, talking about breaking habits, right? It's habitual for me to feel comfort and find comfort in eating and food and McDonald's and Jack in the Box tacos, bitch. Like, why? That's just how I am wired, right? I think that gives me some sort of comfort, some sort of feel good vibes, right? When really I just feel like shit afterwards and I end up gaining weight. So what it did, being on Monjaro for the time that I was on it, it made me really think about my relationship to food and when I'm hungry and when I'm not hungry and when I'm just bored. Because I'm one of those bitches who just be eating because they're bored. You know what I mean? That's very much me. If I'm gonna watch a TV show, in my mind, I need something to snack on. I need a meal. I need to buy a Chipotle burrito. I need something as I watch the show. But that's not true. I could just watch the show. I don't need to be eating anything. Being on Monjaro at that time really helped me look at that and realize that and clock that for myself, and also made me realize, wow, because, you know, I did it for like 5 months, and the first 3 months I lost 3 or 5 pounds. I didn't really lose a lot of weight. So, but in those months, I was still eating like shit. I wasn't eating as much, but I was still eating Jack in the Box, McDonald's, Wendy's, takeout food. I wasn't cooking, nothing healthy, no greens, no vegetables. I was eating the same way I was always eating. I just wasn't eating as much. But for that reason, I wasn't losing weight, even though I was taking this thing. So I was like, okay, well, that's not working. Maybe, you know what happened for me? I learned for myself, I was like, okay, I know what happens when I eat like shit. I know what happens when I eat the bad food. I don't know what happens to my body when I eat clean and when I eat healthy. chicken, rice, veggies, vegans, lentils, all that shit they be eating, right? Like, I was like, if I try that, let's see what it does for my body. Because I already know what the bad stuff does. Let me try this. So I meal prep chicken, broccoli, rice. I season it with the good seasonings that I like. Tastes really good. And I did that for like 3 months and I lost 45 pounds. Not even kidding. A year later, those eating habits really helped me, and I stopped eating the fast food, the nasty food. And the thing was too, for me, in order to feel joy, because that shit brings me joy, I love a carb, I have it and I don't judge myself for it, but I try to stick to my regimen and eating clean as much as I can, and then going to the gym. I will say, if you have a hard time going to the gym, I don't know what your situation is with your body, Stairmaster bitch is my bitch, honey. I be on the stairs mastering that hoe, because it feels so good to be on the stairs, because, you know, if you engage your core while you do it too, bitch, you working your abs, you working your legs, your ass, and I sweat boots. I sweat buckets on the Stairmaster, honey, and nothing feels better than when leaving the cardio area drenched in sweat. When my t-shirt is wet, bitch, at the gym, I feel like that bitch. I see the boys can see the leaking through. They can see my nipples showing through the shirt. Ow! I know I'm doing something right in the world when my shirt is sweaty from the Stairmaster. So Stairmaster, 30 minutes every single day. Chicken, rice, and vegetables is what I did, and I lost 100 pounds. Not even kidding. Yes, with the help of Manjaro in the beginning, but those habits that I gained while I was there, I carried those through, and that's what's been keeping my body a little snatched in nice ever since, and I feel very proud about it. You know, there's a part of me that feels like, oh, I can't be proud about it. I can't talk about it. People are gonna judge you. They say you're cheating if you're on that stuff. No, bitch. I'm cheating myself if I don't allow myself the experience to see what it can do for me. You know what I mean? So don't let anyone out there shame you on however you are trying to get yourself together, whatever feels good to you. Or maybe you like being big. Like, that's good too. There's no right or wrong here. It's whatever feels comfortable for you. I feel comfortable like this in this body. And I will say, ever since I've lost this weight and I feel in this body, I feel more myself even before Drag Race. Like, I got really big during the pandemic. But what I realized, you know, for myself was, you know, this is also, we're talking about the mental habits, right? The physical habits, the mental habits. For me, if I looked at that physical habit of eating and being like feeling disgusting with myself, the mental side of that was during the pandemic, right before I got in a relationship with someone I didn't really want to be in a relationship with, I was giving up part of myself, and I got something from that, right? Like, I got comfort, I got routine, and I got to say, oh, I have somebody, right? I was getting something out of that, even though a part of me knew, I don't really think this is a thing. I did it anyways. Then my mom passed away. My mom had cancer, and then she passed away, right? And then my friend group situation with my success, and then Drag Race itself, like, I had all these things happening to me, and I found comfort in eating, and I just started getting big, and I started to lose myself mentally, giving parts of myself away here and there to these people, trying to make sure these people stayed in my life when they shouldn't have been. I'm giving myself away. And then I found myself not myself, right? I'm not myself physically. I'm not myself mentally. I'm not myself. During Drag Race, I wasn't necessarily myself, physically, mentally, spiritually. Now that a year has gone by, I've been working on my mental, getting my spiritual right. And, you know, with that, getting my physical and my body right, this body and where I'm at today feels like myself. This is who Salina is. This is who Jason is. Before I was ever with that guy, before my mom ever got diagnosed, before my friend drama, before Drag Race, I was a certain way. This is who that was. I let parts of myself go. But we go through those things and come back and learn, right? That's the journey of life. That's 2023, 24. Now we're headed to 2025. I'm with this new old version of myself. I'm revisiting myself, relearning myself. And I think that's so beautiful. And I think going into 2025, you get to do the same thing, whether it be physical with your body, mental with your mentals, or your spiritual, whatever it is for you, you get to choose how you want to move forward. Do you want to be the same bitch from 2024? Is that same person gonna show up to the party next year? Like, no. Why don't we shift a little bit? Why don't we change a little bit? Why don't we grow a little bit? You don't wanna be stuck there, honey, because then you end up voting for people who are gonna take your rights away. You see what happens? We get to grow spiritually, mentally, and physically, and I urge that for you. So however you want to do that is up to you, but I urge you to explore and discover and adventure into it and see what can come out of it, because I have gone back to myself. I feel more myself, and myself with a new version and layer on top of that after what I've been through, right? So look, here I am standing to tell the tale in 2025. What's gonna happen this year? I have no freaking idea, but I'm excited to find out.
Homegirl Hotline!
Uh-huh.
Hey Salina, my name is Jose from Houston, Texas. So I've been a bartender for 9 years at a straight bar. There's been situations where straight men try to holler on the low. My question is, how would you go about it? Would you go along with it or let them know you're not that bitch? What's up?
Okay. Now, y'all know me, bitch. I will be hollering at the DL man. I love a DL man so much. They're like aliens. They don't know what they're doing, but they want to do it so bad. You know, that's all they want. They're just so excited to be there. And it feels so good when you see how excited they are. You know what I mean? It feels good in my ootha. So, here's what I'm going to say. Be careful out there with these DL men. They're not a safe space. I think that's a nice way to say it. They're not a particularly safe space. Go in knowing what you're getting into, because sometimes we hear a lot of stories about people who go with DL guys, and once they nut, it becomes a very bad situation for the person. So we want to make sure we're safe and, you know, maneuvering appropriately. Also, that includes with like, don't hook up with people when they're drunk. I hate a messy drunk hookup. It's so disgusting. We're leaving that behind in 2024, messy drunk hookups, okay? But as for the DL straight men, thank you for calling. Y'all be messy in Houston. Have you guys seen Mistress's dating show, bitch? That is the messiest shit on earth. And I live for it, bitch. Houston people are insane. Crazy. Y'all are crazy, period. If you're a bartender in Houston, I know you're messy, bitch. So thanks for calling in. I already know you're sleeping with them, even though you're trying to say you're not that girl. I am that girl just like you, honey. We're from the same cum rag, period. So I want to say this. In 2025, can we get rid of DL? Can that like not be a thing? Can we work on ourselves? Can y'all DL men out there work on your internalized homophobia and get rid of that? Because it's getting in the way of us. It's getting in the way of you and me. I don't know. Y'all, a lot of y'all know about my Domino's delivery driver. He's DL and he don't really, you know, he doesn't know what he wants, but he's full. His dick knows what it wants. The heart knows what it wants, baby, but they be getting in their own way, right? That mental habit gets in the way of what you want sometimes. So can we work on that mental, DL men? Work on it. Just come out. It's 2025. We don't gotta be in the closet anymore. It's 2025. I think it's time for us to step on out that closet and let us be who we are. You know what I'm finding right now a lot of? In 2025, this good year of 2025, there's a lot of couples on Grindr, male, female couples, and they're hooking up together with me. Not even kidding. It's happened at least 3 or 4 times. Like I don't know if it's just like the younger generation are more accepting and more open and less like shamed about it and more open to it. But I think that's the energy we need to move with into 2025. Let us suck. Let us love. You know what I mean? Like back in the Grecians days, weren't they all just hooking up with each other? Who cares who was what or what gender or this or that? They were just having a good time and feeling good. Can we just feel good this year? Can we agree to just feel good this year? Conchita, I want to feel good. You want to feel good?
Mija, I will be honest. It feels good to do that too. Where's Tokyo? I think he's been a very bad boy this year. And I've been a very bad girl.
That's what I'm saying. Conchita, what are your New Year's resolutions for this year?
For 2025, I'm going to be nicer to my neighbor even though she lets her dog poop on my lawn. Pero kindness starts somewhere, right?
Wait, but Conchita, I'm your neighbor.
It's you? Then pick up after your perrito, pendeja.
But Conchita, I don't have a dog.
Are you telling me you're taking shits on my lawn?
Well, that's it for this episode of Homegirl Hotline.
Oh.
You guys, it's a brand new year. I'm so excited to see what the year brings. Hopefully, I'm hoping for this podcast to flourish in a fun, exciting way. But until then, call in at 888-51-HOMEGIRL. That's 888-51-HOMEGIRL. And tell me what you're excited about for this new year, what you're looking forward to, and what you're struggling with. Call in with those difficult conversations you can't have with other people. We can have them here, honey. I love to talk about it. Right, Conchita?
Ay. Hey, mira, I'm not mad at you. I'm mad at... Ay, Dios mío. But I necesito for you to go and make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video. Te quiero mucho, mi amores. Y when you do that, you make me feel very nice and happy inside for the new year. Yes.
Thank you guys so much. Make sure you like, subscribe, and comment on this video. And I'll see you on the next episode of the Homegirl Hotline. Say bye, Conchita.
Bueno, mija, remember, 2025 is just another year to make mistakes, fix them, and look fabulous doing it. Adiós, mi estrellas del futuro. Ay, ay, ay. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. If all forgotten be forgotten, forget to forget. Adiós.
Homegirl Hotline. Tell me what's been on your mind.
What's up, girl?
Homegirl Hotline. Yeah, my man, we'll be alright.